Oh, wow. Good morning, good morning, good morning. My followers or subscribers. I hate that word. I don't say hate. I'm not a big fan of that word following. It's kind of like, you follow me. I feel about that word follow. What does that mean exactly? I follow you. To me, listening, give a shit. I mean, stalking somebody. It can mean a lot of different things. Excuse my rambles this morning. I just want to start a video off this morning by saying I'm grateful. Very grateful for all the things that have come to my life. I'm grateful for those things that have left. Grateful for those people who have come and who have left. Life is just like that, y'all. It's a recycle. It's a flow. What's your flow like? Is your flow good? Is your flow working in your favor? I mean, I'm not sure about my flow right now. And some things it's really, really good. Other things it is not good. But I think that's the trick. I've come this long to realize that the trick to this life is to get your mind off of fear and fragments and things that are not of a pure loving nature. It's all these obscure things, all these situational things you put yourself through as a human. But the trick is to get through this thing unfragmented. Because if you're fragmented, you're going to come back here and try to unfragmentize yourself. I hope you know what I mean by that. Well, fragmentize. Look at common folks. Look at yourself. Even before you look at this video. What do you do every day that sets you apart from the NPCs, non-playable characters, or the people stuck on autopilot? What makes you different? What separates you from them? What makes you awake behind the wheel while everybody else is sleeping behind the wheel? Because you heard somebody say something? Did something resonate with you? It's hard to tell. Because a lot of people are just kind of firing at the hip and doing what feels good or doing what feels balanced. I'm going to say it. Some of you are not born leaders. Some of you are not born simps. And I hate to say it, but men, stop being simps. Ladies, stop trying to lead every damn thing. Lead the freaking kids. That's a super important thing in our society. Raising those kids up right. We've noticed the failures. You know what a failure is in raising up a kid? In our current day and age, well, it's not 100%. But it does kind of have a high percentile of dealing with that. The sign that bad leadership is afoot is a child being eventually a criminal in life. Something led this person down a pathway of negative thoughts. A thing happened, or a few things happened, right? It created this altering of your mood. And then your mood, you go out there and you say to yourself, this is my mood now. How can the world deal with my mood now? They're not supposed to deal with your fucking mood. They deal with your mood. We deal with each other's shit. We don't want to, though. We want to deal with the goodness of each other. We want to say, oh, hey, how you doing, neighbor? We want to have a good time with the people we come across. We don't want to have these negative reflections. Why do I want to have more negative reflections? That kills me when people say that kind of shit. They They say friction is necessary for the compassion. You know, I've tripped on spirit trip, spirit journey. I've heard that phrase. Friction is necessary for the compassion. I'm kind of divided there. Because it's just how much friction does one need for compassion? How much of your tragedy do you need compiled on there? Because the thing they've done to black folks here in the United States, that's beyond just having some friction. That's beyond just scaring people. That's a destruction. And you got to think to yourself, why is the destruction so hard? Why are they warring so hard for our minds to pay them attention, for us to accept them, to accept the status quo on the left or the right? Why in this country are they working so hard to invade the final frontier, the black man and black woman's mind, and get in there with the image of an interracial relationship, with the image of something criminal, of the opposite sex, so you can be scared of them or apprehensive of them? Why? What do you want from us so bad? What are you scared of us for? Why is this I can't talk. Why is the Smithsonian hiding ancient black history of the Americas? But yet they don't want us to be in relationships with each other via their Hollywood oligarchs and their images. Do you see something here, people? Do you see what this world of friction is doing here? And I mentioned the black people, not to be racist and not to, again, if you follow my channel, you know, you go back and watch my shit, man, if you don't understand what I mean by black people. And when I mean black people, I'm not isolating things. I'm talking about all of us, because if you tear up the black people of the world, you got everybody doing what the black people of the world do. So when I say black people, I'm talking about all of us. Every race in this world should be fighting for each other to stay as families. And I mean that, because if you muddle everybody all up and together, it ain't gonna happen that fast. It's not gonna happen on a large scale, unless you have like an invasion of Sicily, and everybody turns out with dark hair. But it's not gonna happen that way right now. Everybody is polarized. They're wounded a little bit, and they're also apprehensive of the race. But what motherfuckers gotta realize, you gotta get black man and black woman together. You gotta get them together. Even if it's not just certain, they got to be friends again, because that's called the cosmic balance of the universe right there. The magnetic of the universe and the electric of the universe merging together, and then all of a sudden everybody else starts to merge together. I mean, you can have your fetish, whatever you want. I mean, that's your personal deal. But what you really are in the mirror is what you should be loving clearer, straight up. Should be loving it very clear. You should be loving it more vibrantly. You shouldn't be taking on somebody else's shit, somebody else's style, trying to be, oh, I'm a white dude, I'm gonna try to dress black because it looks cool and black chicks like it. They're gonna regret being with you 20, 30 years later, bro. And you will too. Why don't you just go ahead and be the fuck you gonna be and be happy about it? Just be happy. Be happy. Look, I woke up and I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna be happy with this thing. I'm gonna be happy with this brown suit that gets browner in the sun. I love being a chocolate dude. I'm not chocolate, but I'm brown. I'm brown enough to be brown everywhere. I love it. I'm brown enough to be okay around all races of people, because they don't necessarily know what I am, because I'm kind of hybridized a little bit because of my genetic history and things that happened to us, people we've allowed in the genetic pool. And that's just the truth. But look what the end result is. Look, I'm just saying, look what the end result is. I got my grandmother, her mother, right? They were products of interracial, of Irish and Jamaican, right? Workers, right? So then they turn around, had a problem with darker skin in those era, because they made it not the style to be dark, not the style to be dark. Still ain't. They still try to frown on that shit. You know, the style in the society, in the high society now, is the Somali and Sudanese models. Y'all should pay attention. And the dark-skinned African models are the highest paid in the world right now. So on some levels, yeah, we are. They love that darkness. But when it comes down to like the man, will the man get the handsome, hey man, you look good. Well, thank you, bro. You look good too. Will men compliment each other from opposite races or just compliment their women because we're thinking only with our dick? I mean, is this what men decide they want to do? Is this what men are going to do now, to be in competition with each other? I made a video, you should scroll down, check it out, called "We Are Always in a Race War." And it makes sense. And it's all based off information, based off statistical data. It's all based off of, you know, my experience and experiences I see others go through. You know? Something to think about. We are always in a race war. Even if we don't pull out guns and shoot each other, even the cops stop violating Fourth Amendment rights and stop pulling over everybody who looks like something, you can't, you know, even when that stops, right there will always be a competition amongst men. We're going to want to be, you know, seen as the most powerful man to our woman. And that's just how it is, you know. We don't want to be seen as weak ever. So, you know, that's the Olympics. The Olympics is a way to have world war without war. You can have world war fitness. Some say I should have been an athlete because I'm in good shape. I say, you know what? I'm in shape for me. None of that appeals to me. Beating up another person didn't appeal to me. Chasing the ball doesn't appeal to me. I don't know. None about sports appeals to me. So that's trying to find this peace within your fragments. People just telling you your fragment. They telling you the fragment parts they see. How many people can walk up on you and actually be real love? How many people can walk up on you and actually say, man, you got a loving fucking spirit, man. Oh my God, where is your energy from? You know, do you hear things like that? Like, I ain't trying to be weird, young lady, but you got a beautiful energy, and I just wanted to say that, and keep on having it. Keep whatever you're doing, keep on doing it. You know, do we encourage each other throughout the day, or are we always looking to discourage each other because we think, you know, somebody's gonna go faster in their lane. They're in their lane going their speed, but we think somebody's gonna beat us. So we're always like, I'm gonna get in front of them. I don't want to let them over in front of me. I'm racing. You know, that's more of a feminine model. Women have to compete, right? Not really, but they don't realize that the competition is just their heart, right? This is how we solve the fragments of the world. You don't have to stretch yourself out to exert yourself too hard to find a man. You just have to be right within. Man, you don't have to exert yourself too hard to find a good connection. You don't. You don't have to go on dating apps, man. Just make sure your energy's feeling good, and things will match your energy. I'm noticing that myself. I'm experiencing that myself, you know. And I just realized I got that crazy solar panel back there. It don't look good for pictures, do it? I think I'm gonna change that. Solar panels are cool, man. When you're on the road, man, you want to just charge out something or camp out somewhere. Don't want to, you know. There's no plugins, but they got running water. Mm-hmm. Let's just have a moment of silence here for the dead emotions of the world. Yes, not sound like I'm rambling and ranting, but I want to have a moment of silence for the dead emotions of the world and just kind of say goodbye to them. And I'll see you guys never again. Thank you for the friction. It got me to this point of compassion. But again, how much friction do you need before you break? How much friction do you want to create with strangers, with others, before you realize it's just you? How long you want to go, man? Me personally, I don't want to. I frankly don't want to go no further with fragments anymore. You know, if you got real love for me, and you a real person, and you got real love for me, shoot. I mean, that's worth more than having $1 million in your pocket. I mean, I can have $1 million right now. Yeah, I buy all the essential things of life for the earth and eat yourself comfortable for the rest of what you think an incarnation is. Maybe I'll just blow that shit on a damn solid investment that I know I'll get a return on. Maybe I'll put it into something that, hell. You're just energy moving forward, people. You're just energy bouncing off emotions, off of emotions, off of emotions. So you got to have a moment of silence. And you got to say goodbye to those bad emotions. You got to. You have got to. You have got to. And I say goodbye to it. And those symbols of it. Symbols are something. Here's the thing about people being symbols of stuff that you got to be careful of. Is that things change. Energy changes. No energy is constant. We don't believe in change because we believe in the structures of our own body, but little do we know they change every day. Cellular DNA dies and reborns every day. That's how one can live for prolonged periods of time, by the recycling of cells. I say that because you have to always recycle things out, and at the same time, they've even seen it in animal kingdom that they do different things. They're not always killing their prey. They're always there's things change. People change. There's things inside of folks that trigger. We are not animals either. We have the ability that we know of, that we can record and tell each other with our language. Who knows what animals can really do if we could actually speak their language. But we have a language. We speak from our emotions, our silent language. We speak from our psychic language. We speak from a place in which it's difficult to, compound. Difficult now because of the compound. I had a brain fart. Because of the compound of constant dopamine rushes that we're getting all the time. We don't chill out. We don't sit still. We don't take the time out to use our own brain. There was a study, forgot the doctor's name, research it on your own. It dealt with pornography, and it was basically saying that how pornography has devolved the human out of something that it took them maybe millions of years to learn how to do, and that was to hold your imagination and to masturbate. And if you read ancient texts, that was that became part of a magical ritual. I don't want to go into details here because that's not what this channel's for. But, maybe one day, who knows? But not in this video. But yeah, it was a thing in which you had to, but you learn how to do that because that was a way to put energy towards what you were looking at. And so you fast forward to an era where everything's telling you what to look at, including me. I'm guilty. I'm giving you this thing to look at. Look at me. I don't care if you look at me. Now you can turn this shit off and you can turn away. That's why I like to do more podcasts, so you can just go about your damn life and just listen to what I'm saying, looking at me. If you want to look at me, that's fine. I'm cute. But it's just, God made me cute as if I was a handsome man. I get mistaken for a fucking pretty chick from certain from the way I walk. I don't have like the little gay mannerisms or nothing. It's just that I got long hair, man, and then since I don't always show my shoulders all the time in public, and I'm flexible, People mistake me as a fucking shit from far off, and they go, oh yeah, I know, sorry, it happens a lot, And then I know how to walk, like a model and shit. And I don't like my walk at all. Some chicks like my walk. I hate my walk. I think I fucking wish I walked like more like, but I don't walk like that. I don't walk with like I said, I'm not a big fan of my walk. That's why I like performing. Because you don't see me walk. Like I don't like my walk. It's like, I mean, I like my walk. I love walking. I like when I gotta walk somewhere, but I'm just casually walking. I walk like a fucking cat, man, and it's like, it's like, it's not the most masculine walk. I'll be the first to admit it. But again, going back to the emotions, that's my own deal. Like you're saying goodbye to them. They're gone. We're moving on. We're moving ahead. We're progressing. We don't have to go backwards. We don't have to, you know, we don't have to go into these comfortable things that we do all the time. We don't have to go into these modus operandi of things that are from the past. Nothing that happened in the past is going to happen again. It can only show up if you are still set in the tone of that thing in the past. But this is why you got to say goodbye to those bad emotions. And seriously, like, we're all guilty. We're all guilty. And it's the only way to get up out of here. It's the only way to get up out of the grind. It's the only way to get free, really. Or a total opposite direction is, not give a fuck about nothing. Let's see. But your energy is always drawing to you. That's what people got to realize. Energy is always, always, always drawing to you. There's no one day energy is not drawing to you. Energy is drawing to you all the time. And so it's all about whatever your mind is on is what's going to reflect the energy you're always putting out energy. And putting out anyway in energy. I can't talk. So yeah. So I wanted just to share that with you, that it takes a little bit of a shift. I'm still going through my shifts. I'm kind of like video documenting my shifts, so to speak. It's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. I enjoy it. And tomorrow I'll blast off. Dishes Kitties. It's great. No more secrets. No more hiding faces. I mean, I'm going to paint my face like I do because I should. I don't. And I say thank you, and I appreciate you, and I love you for listening. And if I bored you, sorry, but if it was funny, hey, give me a thumbs up. I wish there was like a middle finger icon you could put on there. So if I said something like that, you could just put a middle finger up, like, thumbs down. I don't care. Subscribe. I mean, you could subscribe. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I'm just gonna talk shit, and you enjoy it. Thank you for enjoying it. If you enjoyed it, ciao.